one, go.
Welcome. You are watching the live show on Blab Gratitude Show. So happy and grateful that I get to work with Tiffany Tee. Exciting times every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there, be square. Good talk.
And I am hosting live from Las Vegas, everyone. So excited. I've been having so much fun, and it's been a blast. I wish you were here, Adam.
Oh, I wish I was too. Gosh, look at your backdrop. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm slumming over here. I seen you're having fun.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow is going to be the real fun, where I have my sign already.
Oh my gosh, stop. Let me
Tiffany Teeworld. Woo!
Why are you so precious? That's craziness.
And it says loves above and beyond, because that's where I'm going tomorrow.
What is that? Tell me.
Oh, EDC is going on for this week.
That's right. That's why you're out there.
Yeah. Well, that's not the whole reason, but business too. And
can you explain what EDC is for people that may be watching and has no idea what that is?
EDC is the Electric Daisy Carnival, and it is every year. It's annual. So I went to it the first time when I was 17, I think, in Indio, California, and I know that they do it here in Vegas, I think, every year. So
wow. Can I give you a quick EDC story?
Absolutely.
I didn't know what EDC was, and I just found out from somebody that I know who, and that's like, I've known her for a while, and I was like, she said she's going out there, and she gave me this story. I didn't realize it. That's where she met her boyfriend. Like, they've been together forever. Who knows if they'll get married? I don't know, but I just mean in general, I was like, wow, EDC like brought them together, and then they came back here, and they've been together for a really long time. I'm like, EDC makes it happen. It spreads the love. They were dancing, literally dancing in the festival, and met each other.
Well, EDC is really cool because, I mean, almost everybody is on something like ecstasy or pure MDMA or just stoned or drunk or whatever drug their choice is. But hi, Zach. I love the crowd because everyone's happy. They're all in a good one. So I'm excited. I'm not going to stay the weekend or anything because I got to get back home. But I'm going to Above and Beyond at the MGM for Wet Republic tomorrow. It's a pool thing, so it starts at 11, ends at 5. Perfect for me. So
yeah, got it.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful for that. I've been interviewing people on the street about gratitude.
Oh my gosh, please start out with I'll start out explaining. So Tiffany has this great idea. So Tiffany's always pushing the envelope. She's always trying to come up with new ways to show gratitude, express gratitude, and spread the message. And she's like, Adam, hey, what do you think about interviewing random people on the street about gratitude? And I said, brilliant. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's amazing. So then she's been out. I'll let you take it from there. Please tell me the experiences because this is awesome.
Sure. And I have it on recording too. So, and I was so grateful that Bruce Carter, who I met for the first time last night, I met him through Facebook. Actually, he was on our show last week, Adam. I'm not sure if you remember him, but I got to meet up with him because he lives in Vegas. And so, yes, he went out with me and we had a blast.
Get out of here. That's awesome.
So let me plug this introduction link in, and then I'll send in my video footage. I didn't include every single one because it was kind of long. So,
sure.
But we had tons of fun. There's even people that didn't want to do it. I think I got one recording of that. I don't know. Hang on a second.
That's good. That's good.
Whoops. What did it say? Okay, just kidding.
It's Tiffany Tee. I went to Vegas live in the streets, and I'm calling this Strangers on the Streets. And I just interviewed random people about what their understanding or perception or what gratitude meant to them. And it was quite interesting. I'm not including all the clips, or else we would be watching this for a long time. But here it is, and I'm so happy to share it with you. And it's really interesting to see people and what they come up with. So, bye.
Oh, this is so good.
Okay, hang on. Here's the actual footage now. There we go. So much fun.
This is so much fun.
So yes, I'm doing this for the Gratitude Show tomorrow, Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. And do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm David.
I'm Amy.
We're here in Las Vegas.
And thank you so much for agreeing to my madness. I was now asking people what their understanding and perception of gratitude was. So what is you guys' perception and understanding of gratitude? What does gratitude mean to you?
For me, gratitude means when you really appreciate what someone's done or something about someone.
I think gratitude for me is when you're, like when you're in a spot and things are good to you. Life just comes to you. Gratitude.
Awesome. Well, I love everybody's perception of gratitude. There's no wrong or right answer. So that's just, thank you so much for sharing your understanding. And tune into us tomorrow, Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Pacific time on Blab. Thank you. Hey, I'm here with Johnny, and he was so nice enough to let me ask him. So, Johnny, what's your understanding of gratitude?
So my idea of gratitude is just being thankful for everything that you have, whether it be your house, your food, clothes on your body, just anything really. Just being thankful in general.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Johnny. I
You
really
got it.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Have a great day.
You too.
Oh, this is so good.
I'm going to ask people what their opinion of gratitude is, but try and comment.
Gratitude,
Yeah, like what are you grateful for?
being grateful, is something that you're born with. When you're being grateful, you go to sleep being grateful. If you have a grateful heart, mind, and desire to be grateful and to inspire to be something great in life. That's great.
I love that response. Thank you.
He's awesome.
Yes.
My name's Terrence. Everyone calls me.
I have a gratitude show tonight at 9:30.
Oh, this girl's funny.
Understanding of what gratitude is. I'm Tiffany, and I do the gratitude show. Oh, and
I'm grateful for her.
Finn, and you're the best security guard here, right?
Oh, definitely. Other people would disagree.
So what's your understanding of gratitude?
Oh, I'm just thankful. I'm being thankful for just about this. Health, able to move, see, basic things. Right? Just everything is gravy. As long as I'm able to move, I'm not in a wheelchair, thank God.
Right.
I have a house, a little bit, I got food,
Well, thank you so much.
What are you guys from?
Hi, I'm here with Bruce Carter, and I was just wanting to ask him, Bruce, what's your understanding of gratitude? This is for the gratitude show Wednesday night.
Well, my understanding of gratitude is being thankful for everything that you have, be it positive or negative, because the negative things you can actually be grateful for because they teach you something new about yourself. So that's what I believe gratitude is.
Awesome. And you were on our show last week, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Do you like it?
It's awesome.
Do you love us?
I love y'all. And I actually get to meet Tiffany live and in person.
Pleasure.
I haven't even met Tiffany live in person.
Get a little compilation for tomorrow since I'm big asking people of all age ranges what their understanding of gratitude is and to see their perspective. So thanks for sharing, Bruce. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
This is form,
And I am in my human form right now.
right? What's your idea of gratitude?
Gratitude, when you're happy to do something for somebody and they say thank you. That's all it takes. I've been doing this a long time, and the truth, nature of people looking you in the eye and going, hey, thank you, Michael. They don't have to use my name, but that's my take on it.
Awesome. And what are you most happy, or what are you most grateful for in life?
My wife and daughter.
Love it.
Yeah, I have a 17-year-old that's finally getting out of the house, going to MIT this year, full ride scholarship. So I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, he's getting out of the house in style right there.
Yeah, yes, she is. She's not out yet, though. That's the problem. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding, really.
Well, thanks for being so cool.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. Okay.
Can I get your opinion of gratitude? I'm sorry. Can I get your opinion of gratitude? Like, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? Gratitude. Oh, I think you I mean, I'm just thankful to, I can be successful now. being positive and happy, being out here in Vegas, enjoying myself on vacation. Just thankful that I can bring positive energy to other people as well. It's a lot to be grateful for, and that I'm still alive because I feel like life is good, and a lot of people take it for granted. But when you run into strangers, you don't know, you can tell somebody like your earrings are beautiful, which they are, or I love your hair, and just that one compliment may change their day because you don't know how they live. So being out here in Vegas, that's the kind of experience I've had. You meet all kind of strangers and people just network, and you learn something, or you gain something. So I'm just thankful for life.
Wow.
Hey, before you even start talking, that I love your hat. I really do. You're awesome. You guys look at this. Thank you.
She's awesome.
Can I get your opinion? I'm just going around asking opinions of people, like what your understanding of gratitude is.
Which one?
Gratitude. Like, what are you thankful for? What's your understanding of gratitude?
I am thankful for my job.
Your job?
Yes. Without a job, you can't be blessed with going on vacations. You can't have an open house, have a family support. Sadly, that's the truth about it.
Awesome. And are you in the age bracket of 20s, 30s, 40s? I know.
30, barely.
Okay.
Barely. I got to keep it on that point.
Well, thank you so much for your opinion. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That. Oh, no.
No.
She has a show. It's called Gratitude.
The Gratitude Show. Excuse me, sir. Hi. I'm just walking around getting opinions of what people, their opinion of.
I love how you went to all the security guards. This is awesome.
No fear.
It's awesome.
I can't really say anything about it.
Huh?
I can't really say anything about it.
What are you grateful for?
Having a job.
Awesome.
But guess what?
What?
I live here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we're just going around asking people of all ages what their idea of gratitude is for my gratitude tips.
Yeah. For me, I just having a job.
Awesome.
Just trying to get by.
Well, Christian, thank you so much for contributing. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm doing getting opinions of what
I love it. Sleep later.
is for my gratitude.
I love that too.
Do you mind sharing?
What do you mean by that?
So what do you think?
What do you appreciate?
I'm thinking
Oh my God. There's a lot.
Yeah, like my family, for instance. Like my mom is the most supportive being in the world. Like I am where I am because of her. My career, like it came out of nothing, and I'm making 6 figures, literally straight out of high school. Like yeah, like this thing gave me a good opportunity, and it's like I'm gonna like literally we can be happy for those things. Like what are you thankful for in the world?
Right. Thank you. What was your name?
William.
William.
Pleasure.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
And what about you? What was your name?
In Miami.
Anthony. Nice to meet you.
So what am I thankful for? My family, definitely first and foremost. All my siblings and I are gay, so we have like a respectful bond. My friends, they're everything to me. My career, both my jobs. I'm thankful for, to be honest, after last year, I'm thankful for Supreme Court because now I'm like considered a citizen. Like I'm considered like legal. I can marry whoever I want to now. So like I'm just like 21. Like I'm just happy for a lot right now. There's a lot going on in the world, but it's a lot to be thankful for. There's a lot to be thankful for, and I'm just like I'm thankful for every day I'm here. I'm just like super happy. You know, every day above the dirt is a good day. You know.
Right. I completely agree. Well, and how old are you guys?
26 myself.
Awesome. Do you want to share your opinion?
You're a little shy.
Not really. I'm a little shy. A little fried. I was looking for a business card, but I guess I forgot them. But we're going to be doing the gratitude show tonight at tonight at 9:30. Are you guys familiar with Blab?
Yeah, you ever heard of Blab? No. Blab is a social media network It has 4 screens on it. You go to blab.im.
Oh, you're out there too.
And when you log on to Twitter. If you have a Twitter account, not create a Twitter account. You log on to there and you look for the Gratitude Show. And you'll see Tiffany there. I'll probably be on, most likely. Is that it? Yep, blab.im. And
I meant to edit all this out. I'm a horrible editor.
Who was it?
William.
D for Vegas.
There you go.
Especially EDCs.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
I would normally never do.
well, anyways, that's the gist of it. There were no more after that. I was supposed to edit all that out. So, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. There
Okay.
you go. All right.
But yes, it was very interesting, and I loved all the differences. You know.
How many of those did you do? I'm just curious. How long were you out there?
Well, I did it at different. I did it some last night, today with Bruce, and then a little bit earlier before I started the launch of the Soul Search.
How much fun was it?
It was so much fun. Yeah.
Just watching them, like their first reaction, that's what caught me. They're like, what are you grateful for? Like, how does that work?
Right. And a lot of them were like, huh? I think it was funny how like the ones that
Oh, there's Echo, isn't it?
the ones that didn't want to do it,
There you go. Yep.
they were like, they were funny. They were like, no, like camera shy. I had about 4 people say no.
Really?
Yeah, I only showed one though.
That's hilarious. No, that's really cool. I know, like, you gave me an idea, so that's what I'm gonna. That's gonna be my challenge to throw it out there. That was awesome, Bruce. That's gonna be one of my challenges on the YouTube videos. I'm gonna say this is to interview somebody about just ask a random stranger what they're grateful for and see what happens. Because I'm sure that was like, I know that threw some people off.
Right.
But how fun was it? It looked like you were having so much fun.
Yeah, it was absolutely fun, and I'm grateful that I got to be able to do it, especially in Vegas. Like.
I was just gonna
So
say.
I was calling it like strangers on the strip.
Hold on, you might not want to call it strangers on the strip. Just throwing that out there. No.
Well, it's not publicly called that. It's just my.
Got it. Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right. So what else has been going on?
Oh, everything. I went to this really cool place called Sushi Bomb or Sushi Rock or whatever. And there was sushi or what are those bombs called? Sake bombs.
Sake bomb.
Yeah. It was interesting. Like they had a contest or something. I have footage of that, and then I have footage of them.
Oh,
like,
you sent me that video. I remember now. Now I remember the video.
And then like, how cool is this? Like they do it like a dance every hour or half hour, like the people that work there. And like, look, it's so cute.
You do a dance? What?
Yeah, they stop what they're doing and dance around, and like all the like, lights go off. And
really?
But yeah, so and then other than that, and then tonight I'm gonna go out and fur people.
I don't know what that means.
I know nobody knows what it means. Okay, see, this is my fur coat. This is so cute. So I've done this before publicly. I go into the public, and last time I was at the Cross Festival in San Diego, and I'm like, I go up to people, and usually they're like on drugs or something, so because I think it's really funny when they are, and they're like, do you want to be furred, or do you want to get furred? And then they're like, hold still, and then I do this on their face really softly and slowly, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you've just been furred, and like
oh my gosh, what?
So I'm gonna get footage of it, and Dino and I are gonna send it in and see if we can get getting furred popular. I want to make a sticker that says "I've got fur" or "I got furred" or "Have you been furred?" or
you
like
and are a force to be reckoned with.
So funny. Wouldn't that be funny? Like,
I think it's funny. I don't know. I've never heard of it, but
it's because it's
oh, is
made
this
up.
it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Ah, you got furred once, you can get referred. Oh, this is so good. Oh my gosh. I'm grateful for that shit. Does have me feeling. I'm grateful for the BGs. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. I like you traveling, Tiffany. This is fun.
They grab like random people and make them dance. Okay, well, anyways, that wasn't edited, so the rest is just whatever. But yeah.
I like you traveling. This is fun.
Oh, I love it too.
Wait, what's going on next? Where are you going next? It's good.
Right, Ellis? It was a fun place. Ellis, what are you grateful for today? Sam, what are you grateful for? Bruce, what are you grateful for? Oh, Sam left momentarily.
Sam is on. Oh, there it is.
Do you want to get that, or do you want me to get it?
Oh, I'll grab it. There we go.
Grateful for your health. Awesome.
There we go. Uh-oh.
Hey.
There he is.
Hey.
Oh, man, you look like you were having fun out there.
Hey, man, I normally don't go down on the strip ever.
Nobody does that lives there.
Tiffany was there, and we had a blast. And I'm just grateful I got to meet her, and we got to hang out, and got to talk to her man Dino, which he's a really cool cat too. And he did something really cool for me. And so it's been an awesome couple of days thus far. So tomorrow's their day. They're going to hang out and do whatever they got to do. And I'm going to try and catch them before they leave on Friday.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. And out there, and when we went out talking to people, that was even more fun. I'm gonna have to try that. Now that she did it, I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna have to. I think we all are. I might get arrested if I'm gonna go do it on Rodeo Drive. They might arrest me.
I was thinking about doing it on weight loss, but that might be a no-no.
Oh. I like to, excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to know what you think about weight loss.
I'll make sure I go to skinny people.
Yeah, you're a skinny.
It doesn't matter if you ask a skinny woman that, you're screwed. If you ask a more developed woman, you're still in trouble. There's no answer to that, Bruce.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I want to see the footage. Please do it. I'm sorry. I'm throwing you under the bus at a time.
I'd be in the hospital with big fat lip, black eyes. What happened? I asked people about their weight loss, and I got knocked out.
What are you grateful for? It didn't last that long. They picked me off the street pretty quickly.
Okay,
it's been a blast.
It was fun.
And thank you for keeping me company. I was just going to hit the streets by myself today.
It was fun because we got
such a pleasure.
Shoot the stuff and have a good time. So, and Dino was sleeping, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, he had to get up early and go shoot some footage at one of his EOS fitness accounts. Yeah. So. And then he came back to sleep. Yeah, and now we're going to head over to the MGM after the show and and hang out and fur people. And the reason why you haven't heard of that ever is because I invented it and I haven't gotten it out to the public yet.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I haven't been furred yet, but I'm sure I'll get furred and then I'll be re-furred at another time. I'm sure.
So
oh my gosh, you're right. We need a hashtag furred.
Got
hashtag
furred question mark.
You need a hashtag for it. You got to run the hashtag.
So, well, I'm going to contact Rob Dyrdek. You guys know who that is from the Fantasy Factory? No, he's a pro skateboarder.
Okay.
He has his show, The Fantasy Factory, or Big in Black, or, you know, he's got that security friend that's the Robin Black. I don't know. Rob Dyrdek, anyways, look him up on Google. Sure. He's got the Fantasy Factory show, and he just like makes all this crazy outlandish stuff happen all the time. And
really,
I've been following him for a while, and I'm gonna hit him up, and I'm gonna get in front of him, and he's gonna help me with this. I'm sourcing that.
And I was telling Tiffany too earlier. I said it would have been really cool if you could have had a videographer do it on a video with because it's hard to pick it up on the phone. The audio quality is not as good as it would be with a video camera with a mic on it. And then she could use a regular mic as a prop, because you're able to project and pick it up off of a video camera than you could with the phone. So I thought that would be kind of a cool idea.
Yeah.
At some point you could do something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Wonderful, you just said, good question. What are you grateful for? Alice, I know you're grateful for your health. Bruce, you're grateful for probably a lot of stuff, and I don't want to say for meeting me. That's conceited.
Health is a big one.
Well,
health is huge. Health is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because if you don't have that, you don't have anything.
Oh, I got one I'm grateful for. I forgot to share this. I went to the Magic Castle for the first time the other day. I've never been. So I've always heard about it. I've never been, though. So it's that, you love them. I've only been once. That's the first time I went was the other day with a buddy. And I'm so obsessed with how crazy these magic tricks were. I realized that I've never actually seen magic tricks in person. Like on a big stage, yes, but not like right in front of you. Like I'm talking, you're sitting at a table and, people are the magicians just kind of walk around. They're members of the club. For those of you that don't know what the Magic Castle is, I don't know that I'm the best historian to explain it, but just think of this really cool castle like in the middle of Hollywood that's members only. You have to know a member or be a member to get in. It's just this like nostalgic place. It's probably been around, don't quote me on this one either, but at least 50, 60 years, something like that. And it basically has all of these caverns and all these different rooms and these different stage areas. And you just go in there and you watch magic, but it's just so fun. It's like nostalgic. It's like you're walking in time because you see all these, and I think it's owned / run by the Academy of the Arts. So it's actually like a serious spot that magicians or people that are into magic go to learn. They have this library that, of course, I couldn't go to that part of it, but you could see it. Where there's like a librarian and they have all these books with like old magic stuff. And you see people in there at these little tables practicing and doing stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, like this is a real thing. But some of the tricks, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect, but some of the things they were doing, I was sitting there. I had a couple cocktails, okay, mind you, but my mind was blown. I was sitting there like, how did you do that? I don't know. I want to learn. So I met one of the magicians and I'm like, hey, so do you teach people or how does this work? And he's like, well, not usually. So I said, well, let me see where you're at on Facebook or let me see your social. He's like, well, I don't have any of that. I have to get that done. I'm like, well, I do that. So we're going to do a little exchange here. We're going to get you going in social media. You're going to teach me some magic, damn it.
I never heard of the Magic Castle.
Oh, Google it. It's famous. It's just right in the middle of highway. It's big. It's a big place, but it's just like it's one of those private places that you do have to go. It's awesome. No, it was really.
You should have took footage.
No, you can't. You can't take no pictures, no nothing.
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of. That's probably why you haven't heard of it. So it's not like really, really publicized. But once you've heard of it or like kind of been around, you kind of know of it. but no pictures, no nothing, no footage, no. That's a good way to get in trouble for the member at least, you know,
Yeah.
get kicked out. Not cool, but it was really fun place. Definitely grateful for that. That was a good one this week. What else happened this week? Yep, I agree. Hollywood Landmark for sure. You see the pictures in there? I mean, everybody's been through there. Everybody's been through there at some point. Super private. What else?
That's cool that they have a place like that, you know, it's not infiltrated by a bunch of media and all that other stuff, and that they keep it to the point where you can't take pictures. So you, like you said, you have to be invited to go there. So you ain't going to see it if you have never been invited or you don't know someone that's involved. So I think that's kind of cool. They need more places like that.
Yeah, it was super fun. What else has been going on this week? It's been a lot.
Hasn't it been just such a long week? I seriously feel that it's like, I don't know. There's just so much that happened.
You know what happened last week? It was LA Film Festival was here.
Oh.
I went to a bunch of stuff for LA Film Festival. That was awesome. I met some really cool directors. Just a lot of cool stuff going on. Supported some of my friends that were in films or made films. That was a lot of fun, and dances with films. So I'm super grateful for all these talented people that work their butt off to bring entertainment. I mean, because they don't make that much, not the ones that are putting out films themselves. I mean, obviously you hear about the movie stars or, you know, the big actors, but everybody else that's not on that level, they are working hard to get content out, and they take their craft so seriously, as they should. And it just amazed me to see the quality of film up there, and to think about the budgets they did it at and how much work they put in. Whew, it's a whole nother world.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
I was telling Tiffany earlier today, my brother-in-law is a independent filmmaker. And are you familiar with the book Mute by Stephen King? Have you heard of that?
I don't know if I've heard of that one. I know Stephen King, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, he got permission from Stephen King to film a short movie about the book. And what was cool about that? Yeah. So he did all the filming, did all the editing, zoned off all the areas you have to zone off when you're shooting and that kind of stuff. Got some pretty well-known people in the movie, and then he had to send it to Stephen King before he could enter it in any like Cannes Film Festival or any of those kind of festivals like that. He had to do that, which I thought was kind of cool too. Yeah.
Wow, so that's something else. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And Bruce, you're frozen. Do you want to refresh?
Yeah, I'll go out and come back. Yeah.
Okay. Alice, do you want to come in? Mr. Wonderful, do you want to come in?
Don't be scared. We're just talking about gratitude. We love it.
Would love to meet you. Oh, awesome.
Here we go. Yeah, what else has been going on?
Like, this week's flown by, but it seems like it's gone since the last Wednesday. It's gone. It's been a lot. Whenever there's like a lot in the week, it seems like it flies by, but it's just, there's so many memories. You're like, ah.
No, I'm excited. What's going on? So I did a call earlier. I was talking to some people, and you do a lot of this, Tiffany. Oh, there it is. What did it say?
Bruce said try again. So we'll wait for you to call back in. So you were on a call?
Oh, yeah. So I was talking to people about branding and what branding meant. And because somebody was asking me about the gratitude show and kind of how it worked and what it was. And I didn't really have an answer, because for me, I just get on here and talk about, I'm just happy and positive, and I don't really know much about, I can't claim I'm a branding expert. I didn't really think it was a brand, but I don't know. What's your take on that? Because you've been around just doing media and other things longer than I have. So what do you think about just the whole concept of branding and what you're doing out there?
I'm no branding expert, but I do have experience. I would, oh gosh, I think branding is absolutely necessary if you're trying to be to do anything big, whether it's or do something in a big way, whether it's basket weaving or being an actor or whatever. I think. Hi, Ellis. It's so nice to see you and meet you.
Nice to meet both of you too.
Wow, I love your setup. That thing is amazing.
Thank you.
But yes, branding, it's necessary, because if you have a message or you have something, whether it's good or bad, and you want to get it out to the world, you're not going to be able to do it without, just yourself or doing word of mouth or, so it's like, okay, for example, when I was modeling way back in the day, I had to have my Z cards, which Z cards are, if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a headshot, and then on the back you have 4 with all your measurements and your, basically just information about
I
you.
didn't know that, by the way, and so thank you for telling me, because the next time somebody says it, I'm going to know.
Oh yeah, well, and especially being in Hollywood, I'm sure you hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But so you wouldn't go and be a model or an actor without your Z card, because there's nothing for you to leave. It's like the model or actor's business card, And so I think branding is kind of like that too, but it's a business card for the world. Like social media is imperative. Like I did not like social media. I didn't get a Facebook account until I was 33. And now that, let's see, how long ago is that? 7 months ago, or in September? 9, 10, I don't know. Okay, so it's been almost a year. I can't do math right now. I'm sorry. And whoa, I was missing out so much. And, it's just lesson learned to not be ignorant or closed-minded. But I absolutely think branding is necessary. What do you think of branding, Ellis?
Ellis, what is your brand, by the way? Because you obviously know a lot about it. It's FIBI USA, and then your thing. It's could you tell me what that is? And I would love to hear that question answered, though. But I was just curious what your brand was.
Okay, so FIBI stands for Investors by Investors. It's a network of investors that started back in 2007, and our goal was to provide a safe place for people to learn about investing without getting hard sold or getting pitched expensive courses. And it was to be kind of a grassroots effort with other investors that just wanted to share information and meet each other.
Wow.
So
and you've been doing this since 2007?
Yeah, 2007. So we grew our organization using the website meetup.com. And we have like 17 different chapters now, and we grew it to we have about 17,000 members on Meetup.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You do Meetup? You started Meetup? I love that.
No, we started on Meetup because the way that the environment was there would be these huge real estate club meetings in these big ballrooms. And, you guys are in LA, so you know how hard it is to get from one side of the city to the other. So what we wanted to do was start a more intimate type of experience where you could start up a FIBI club right in your own neighborhood and just have people in your general area meet up on a regular basis. And that format really took off, and we have 17 great chapter leaders. And
wow,
yeah, so it really kind of solved a problem of people not being able to get to meetings because they were way across town and very inconvenient. And it really built a really nice community.
That's awesome. Wow. Good on you. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's impressive, and it also is a testament to how much time you put into that. Like, I was talking to somebody about this, about how the amount of time and like the consistency over time is so important. Because like my thought process, so I started a YouTube channel, let's say 2 months ago, right. And I'm like, if I'm consistent with that for years and years and years, it can't help but grow. It's just, if you put out a video a day for 10 years, right. I mean, there's billions of people out there. Somebody's going to resonate with you. Something happens on that. You obviously get better too from the practice, but it's the idea of being consistent. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think the real secret for us was just aligning with other like-minded, really good people that had a similar vision, because to try to do it on your own and to create content on your own, as you probably know, it's so challenging, right? You want to do something consistently. So we just decided, hey, let's align ourselves with other people and just have, natural conversations that created content just in itself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That is so cool. And Adam, I love what you said about consistency. I've studied so many millionaires before, and the one thing that they have, that they've done, that they've to make it and stuff is just persistently being consistent.
Showing up. Yeah.
Yeah, because eventually, like you said, Adam, if you're going to make so many videos, and people want to see that you're not just going to come and go, because that's not like for example, on Blab, before I did any shows, I was told that if you make it past 7, that's awesome, because then that shows you're dedicated. And, you know, I don't know, there's just something about that that is so true, because if you just do, like, for example, before I started the vent, there's a girl that did the vent, and she only did 2 shows, and it wasn't going, people weren't attending, blah, 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 so she quit. So I was like, well, I'm not going to quit my show, even if people don't show up. I don't care. Like, you know, and it's been awesome. I'm so glad. Like, if you're persistent in anything and consistent in anything, it pays off.
That's so funny what you just said too, because the so on LinkedIn I'll post my videos, because I have a pretty big LinkedIn page for just for other businesses I do, and I post the videos on there, and I ask people for their opinions, and this guy he's like, you know, I have to tell you, on first like glance I don't like it, and I'm like, and he gives me some positive feedback though. Then he says, you should check out this video. And it was like the biggest compliment I've ever gotten. It was like a real, like, legitimate TED Talk. I'm like, if you're comparing me to a TED Talk and saying you don't like what I'm talking about, bless your heart. Because mine's a 3-minute video talking about something pretty elementary compared to somebody that spent 6 months in his life's work on crafting this like 7-minute piece of content. I was like, I love this guy. But he actually became a fan based off of him saying, he said, but I see how many you've done and I see how quickly, so I respect that, and because of that I support you, and I know you're going to get better. And I was like, whoa, you're right. So people do watch, and people do see those nuances, and they do want to know that you're not going to be gone tomorrow, because then it's a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah, well, and you know, I don't want to I kind of left this part out, but since you said that, the person that told me this was like gonna play a part in it somehow, and he was kind of like getting all like discouraged because of this girl, and I was like, but that girl's not me. Like she doesn't understand. This show's gonna be great because I'm doing it, and I'm not gonna like settle for anything less. Like I'm just like, I'm sorry, that's just how we're doing it. Because, you know, I don't know. I think about having a certain perception and mindset, you know, going back to The Secret too, Adam, you know this, and Bruce, I know you've seen it. I'm not sure about you, Ellis, but it's like, once your mind's made up that you want to do something, it's not about how it gets done. It's just, it's going to get done, you know, and eventually, whether it's right now or in the future, it's going to get done if you want it that badly, you know. Which I love. The Secret, I'm grateful for The Secret.
I'm doing a show on that. It's coming up in like 2, and I think I'm gonna shoot that one this week. And because somebody else asked about, remember how we had that conversation about how many times you watch it and what you do, and I'm like, it's not for everybody. Everybody has their different way of taking information. For me, it was just something that I resonated with me, and I was able to watch. And I'm like, so the person was like, yeah, I watched that once, and I'm like, did you remember the message? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, tell me it then. I'm like, you don't remember the message. You can't watch it once. I've watched that thing well over 500 times to where I almost have most of it memorized. But that's how, I'm shamelessly brainwashing myself with positive content. Why not? Media is going to do it to me in other manners. And I don't mean that as a negative thing for media either. I just mean that that's their job, is to market to me. Businesses are going to do the same thing. That's their job, to market to me. So why am I not marketing to myself?
Right.
That's
you're consciously participating in what gets into your brain. So that's that's powerful.
You know, Adam.
Yes.
When you were talking about being consistent, like with your videos and things, and me doing my weight loss thing, I have been putting videos up. I bet you I have probably about 40 or so videos up, and I didn't think anyone was following me. And so recently, I've got 3 people who are about ready to join me in my program that I'm involved in, and that was just because I'm sharing. I wasn't sharing the business. I was just sharing my experience of losing weight and the results I was getting, and then I went into the tools I was using, the type of exercises I did, and those kinds of things. And you know, people want to be sold. I mean, you know, they don't want to be sold directly to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And they get to know you, and they get to know your facial expressions and how you talk to them, and then they tend to just like, well, I like this guy. I can learn something from this guy. I think I'm gonna go look and see what he's about. And I think hanging out with Tiffany, I learned a little something too. And plus, I got a little bit of notoriety because of her. So
That's awesome. That's good.
It's been a blast. So I was gonna ask you, Ellis, is there anything that we could do to help you? I love what you're all about.
Gosh, so many. It's like it can give me more hours in the day or more. Gosh, I think.
Can I type your website in the message box so people can find more about you? Or?
It's for investors by investors.
Awesome. But yes, Adam and I, and even Bruce too. We're all about community stuff and perfect, awesome.
And I know a few people would be interested in that too.
Have you guys have you been published anywhere?
I wrote my first. I contributed to my first book a few months ago called "The Real Estate Candy Shop." And
That's awesome! Congratulations!
Yes,
congratulations!
It's a big deal. It's not easy.
Yeah, and I've been starting and stopping my project to write my own book. So that's something that I'm committed to doing, is to write my own book. And I think that was a really nice way to break the ice, was to contribute a chapter to.
What kind of book do you want to write, or are you writing?
The first book that I have lined up, it's going to basically chronicle the story of For Investors by Investors and how it grew from 1 to 17,000 using meetup.com.
Wow.
And maybe give other people support and ideas in how to grow their organization through branding and through through leveraging others that are like-minded, and how to create a unifying message, because when it started to take off, it was really unbelievable. And we're kind of going through another phase of our growth now, so it'll be nice to kind of put it all down and chronicle it, and then put it down on paper, and just to see it in front of me of
absolutely
wrong. And if I were to start all over again, or to give advice to somebody, how would I do it now? Because all the different innovations that have happened between now and 2007 it's amazing. I mean, the fact that I'm meeting all three of you right now, and part of the innovation is to put For Investors by Investors in a virtual space where I can grow it virtually versus having an online versus an in-person meeting. And that's one thing that I'm looking to launch.
That's really cool. It's so impactful now, with social media and then all this web stuff, face to face. I mean, literally 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you could be reaching out to somebody, even in your sleep. I mean, it's awesome. I think it's really cool.
0 to 1 to 16,000 or 17,000. That's a lot. That's awesome. I can't even because that's not an easy space.
Video and you're not sure if anyone's watching it. I mean, that's kind of similar. When I had my first meetup, I had one person show up, and it was so like, oh my God, how discouraging. Nobody wants to hear what I've got to say.
Yeah.
By just kind of showing up, and it started to kind of grow. But it was about having that commitment. And one of my favorite quotes is, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it.
Yes, love that one too.
That's funny. I was so excited. The first subscribe I got, I'm like, I didn't know. Like the first person that was like, I'm like, who's that person? I was like, either my mom's opening up new YouTube account. No. Like, Mom, how many are you gonna open? No, I'm just playing.
And congratulations, Adam. You have over 50 subscribers now, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's a lot of fun, and it's what else is interesting is so I've been doing the interview thing, and like that's even starting to gain more traction. Like I just now cleared out like a whole nother area to create a green room so I can have, because there's just too many people that started to come over, and I'm looking at how to make it just keep on increasing the level of professionalism, but it just keeps on growing. It's funny to see that now people are kind of reaching out and wanting to do more stuff, and I'm like, just little old channel. It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, I'm super excited for you.
I was pitching at the LA Film Festival. It was hilarious, but it was fun and people were into it. That was the funniest part about it. And what also was interesting is how many other people were into the gratitude message and were thinking of things like that themselves. I mean, that's how we met, Tiffany. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to a director. He had a feature film in one of the it was playing, I think, Saturday. It's called Singapore Sling, and he's actually working on a platform towards like something being positive and positivity, and him sharing his experiences. And I was encouraging him, just kind of telling him the little that I've learned, and it was funny to see him kind of like transition to see that, you know, you can just go out and do it. You don't have to. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't a movie. This is social media, so this isn't gonna last. Nobody's gonna. I mean, people are going to watch it for who knows whenever, but maybe not forever. I mean, it's just so much content that the people that need to get it, they'll get it. Just keep on putting stuff out.
I love the term imperfect action. Adam, you just reminded me of that.
That's the definition of social media. If you're going for perfect action in social media, then that means you're not doing anything. You're still in the planning stage.
Yeah.
When you say that, I have one of my models around here is imperfect success. You know, everything, even if it's imperfect, that's what creates success, is just the commitment to doing it and then being okay with however it comes out.
Absolutely.
Just doing it.
That's awesome.
Yes. So I'm, what do you guys have going on this week that you're excited and grateful for?
Yeah. So what's the schedule of your show? Like, how does that work? Give us some more details on it. Like, what, do you guys meet up still or a meetup, or is it now primarily on like Blab, or how does everybody do it?
We haven't launched on Blab yet. We have 17 different meetings all over the country.
So they're all live on Meetup, right? Or no?
All live. Yeah. That we are meeting in different venues all over Southern California. We have one in Chicago, one in Austin, one in Phoenix. And we're kind of hitting the second phase of our growth, and we're trying to decide how do we want to, what do we want to look like in this next phase. And I'm kind of heading up the virtual growth, where I'm utilize social media to hopefully meet more people and make it more worldwide. Because when you have something like Blab, I mean, I could connect with people all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's exciting, because if you've been able to, I mean, just to think about it, if you've been able to grow from 1 to 10,000 in person, that can easily be, not easily, I shouldn't use the word easily, but the opportunity for it to be multiplied by 10 is out there. Yeah. Like, to go to 100,000 is not unrealistic.
Right. I mean, we certainly see the possibilities. And
that's amazing.
Yeah. So we haven't launched yet formally on Blab because there's been so many different kind of changes on, how Blab is going to support broadcasters going forward, and we've been looking at other ways, because we want to launch it and we want to have a lot of discoverability by people that haven't heard of us, mm-hmm. and just really create a very easy way for people to connect with us and for it to grow. I mean, logically, we could just send it out to all the people that have already been going to our meetings as our foundation, but we want to make sure we get it down right. And I mean, that's why I've got all this kind of fancy setup here. I want it to look, that we put time into it.
Official.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that we put some time into it, and that we really take this seriously and wanted to put out a very quality product.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Well, I think you're doing a good job, and
no, I'm glad
think about what you're doing.
I'm glad to, but I can't wait to follow. This will be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing that with us.
No, that's exciting.
What were you going to say, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying that I really have learned a lot just from following both of you and the presence you have on this media, because it's one thing to run a meeting in person, and it's the other to be interesting and to bring up some topics that are stimulating to others. It takes a certain
live is hard.
Yeah, absolutely. So I really respect what you guys, both of you guys do.
Yeah, live is not the easy. A lot of people shy away from live.
Yeah,
because it's
you know how hesitant people are to get on camera, right? So.
Yeah. If you can't edit it out. I think that's in my my thing for when I do a live one. I'm like, no edits, so it's okay. Get over it.
Well, thank you for the compliment. That was nice of you, Alice.
Absolutely. Very cool.
And yes, when you're live, you're real. I used to get all hung up like, oh my gosh, what if like my eyebrows off or stupid stuff like that. I'm like, Tiffany, put your ego and your pride aside. Like, who cares? I'm a super dork. I love it. I'm not perfect.
Well, I'm in denial. No.
I really appreciate the honesty and the rawness of
right.
Of it, and I think there's a huge appeal to that. People, they don't always want it to be slick and high production and everything like they really want to connect with you. So
yes, Bruce, you are.
It's funny if you guys watch my if you watch my Facebook live. Bruce and I went out, and I Facebook lived it. So
cool. You Facebook live when you went out too? I didn't see that part. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and it was funny because like I had to get a couple things from like CVS, and I'm like, F it, we're just gonna tape it. Like, okay, let's go. And it was like so funny. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to post that on my YouTube channel. But yeah, it was fun, and people do just want to see the real raw you when you're acting. I mean, acting in like a movie is one thing, but acting in life is a different thing. I mean, you have to be genuine, embrace yourself.
And I like the spontaneity of it all. Like, you can't write the scripts into it. So, for example, we would have never met you. I would have never known of FIBI. I would have never, like we've met so many interesting people on here. The doctor that was on here that one day, remember him? Yes. Tiffany, this doctor was on here, and he basically had spent, like, his life studying like gratitude, but not from like our point of view where we're just going in here and sharing what we think about. He went from like the scientific point of view. So he has an MBA, he has a PhD, he has all these things that are all related to his search for his quote, or my quote on him is the reason he went through all this additional education was so that he could develop the language to be able to express what he felt his whole life. So he took a completely academic approach to it. And then I would argue it transitioned into some other things too that he explored just in other, like some mysticism or some other things that I don't know, give or take. But either way, he just had a completely just met a random person who had dedicated their lives to something that we all feel. But it was like to see somebody with that passion. It's like you never know what's going to happen. And it's fun. That's an invaluable experience. I mean, you're never the same after hearing some things like that. To me.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a decision to make. You guys can either stay on and hi Stephen, because it's 1 minute.
I have to take off at 10:30 today. So
because I can't. Adam, are you able to see the record button?
It says pause record.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Do that.
Well, I was just gonna say if you wanted to stay on, you can. But I have
to take off too.
Okay, so we'll just end at 10:30 then. I got to go fur people.
All right, who wants to do the closing? Somebody else do the closing.
Yes, somebody else. Take it away.
Take it away, Bruce. Who wants to do the closing? Somebody do the closing.
All right, guys.
Everybody jump at once.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Go, Bruce.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay. Thanks for showing up to the Gratitude Show, which airs on Wednesday nights at 9:30. Right here on Blab, Tiffany Tee, Mr.Century City, and whatever guests they decide to have on. So make sure you come back and see what you're thankful for.
I love you, Bruce. You're awesome. That's greatness.